Buhari dragged to court for reappointing NPA Director Usman for another 5 years. Some maritime stakeholders and experts have taken President Buhari to court for reappointing Hadiza Bala Usman as the managing director of the Nigerian Port Authority for another 5 years. Buhari had on January 21, 2021, through his special advisor, media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, announced the reappointment of Usman as NPA MD for another 5 years, 6 months before the expiration of her initial 5-year tenure. Wow. The stakeholders argued that the president's action was in contravention of the statutory provisions of the NPA Act and the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They also stated that Usman's premature tenure elongation would set a vital ground for litigation as the action was illegal, wrongful, null and void, and of no effect whatsoever. Sahara reporters obtained the court documents of the originating summons between Elder Asubex, Mr. Tompara Abarowe, and Mr. Maybe Senge as the plaintiffs, and the President, the Minister of Transport, Ms. Hadiza Bala Usman, and Mr. Emmanuel Adesoye as the defendants. The plaintiffs held that the newly constituted board of NPA has no representative of the Ministry of Transportation as enshrined in the statutes of the NPA Act. In the suit filed on Thursday, March 25, 2021, the group led by Elder Asubex, CEO Maritime Media Limited, is challenging the powers of President Buhari to lawfully and prematurely reappoint Usman to a position as managing director of the NPA. Basically 6 months before her tenure expires. The suit marked with the number FHCL or that was instituted on behalf of the group by Chief Mike Ozekome Chambers. The group has therefore put forward the following questions for determination: whether the first defendant in the discharge of his statutory duties has the varies under Section 2 and 10 of the NPA Act to lawfully and prematurely reappoint the third defendant to a position as the managing director of the NPA six clear months before the expiration of her existing tenure of office, whether the acts of the first defendant in the appointment and composition of the NPA board are not illegal, wrongful, and unlawful, unconscionable, null and void, and of no effect whatsoever. Sahara reporters learned that defendants had been served respectively and have 30 days to respond to the summons or cause an appearance to be entered for them. I mean, this is a clear, obvious, way for corruption, because Buhari himself or Buhari's administration does not even have 5 years to spare before there will be a general election. So it's like she's been there for 5 years. Like, why is he? Nah, that's very suspicious. Well, let's see the reactions here. The first person here says, as if something will come out of it. The judge that will handle the case will be one working for the government and will just throw the paper away, or he or she will keep on adjourning the case until eternity. The whole country needs total overhauling. That's very true. If the NPA director is one of his kinsmen, that shows that he must be very loyal to Buhari and he deserves to be reappointed. What is the concern of the president that embraces tribalism and nepotism as the mode of his government about others? True, very, very true. I mean, it's like, but her tenure is going to end. I mean, I guess, I don't know how the NPA board works, but with Buhari being the president, I guess he can, pass these kind of things. But then again, it's do you just appoint people to do certain things? Like, what's their credentials and all that? I mean, for the past 5 years, what can she come out to say that she's done? The real question. Taking this administration to court is a waste of time. Absolutely. I mean, we are in Nigeria here. Like, nothing is going to get done. The obedience to court orders are selective and nothing anyone could do about it, even the judiciary seems helpless. I mean, what do you expect? It's nothing shocking, to be honest. Um, Someone says if she's doing a good job, why not reappoint her? I think her and the customs director are doing good jobs. We need to grow out of this culture of compromising success on a platter of federal character or whatever a criteria we have. Yeah, but no one's disputing whether she did. I mean, to be honest, in her environment, it doesn't necessarily matter if she's doing well or not. Because if she's doing well, she would definitely go against her bosses. And if she's not doing well, what does not doing well mean? Because if she's not doing well, it's left for the people to decide, the actual citizens. But then, you know, if you can't be in that kind of space and technically do well by the people. So it's like if she's doing a good job for them, as in she's helping them, galvanize or oil up their corruption or hide it or whatever, fine. But another 5 years, that is a very, very long time. And someone says he's rewarding them with more extension of appointments. Exactly. I mean, considering how corrupt the country is, for her to get a reappointment for another 5 years, oh, she must have done something that is, very heavy in terms of something good on the part of, the president and, whoever is the beneficiary. Someone says drag him 20 times to court and doesn't respond 20 times. I mean, there was literally a whole massacre and people were literally calling on the government, and yet he couldn't even say anything out of his own volition. He had to be bullied, and even when he addressed the situation, it was recorded. So it wasn't even it's sad. Someone says Buhari and his cabal are outlaws ruling like bandits without regards for the rule of law. IG of police and service chiefs and all northern appointees of Buhari's regime are supposed to be there on permanent basis. Someone says where up one Nigerians, the North keep destroying the country while others are patching the broken walls. Very, very true. I mean, the nepotism and all that, they're just in an illegal and unethical way. They're basically protecting and safeguarding their own communities and, the wealth. Well, whose wealth, technically. But yeah, I mean, taking the matter to court I don't even think this news does anything for anybody. Like, it really doesn't. It's like, we know the country that we live in. We know that it is highly unlikely for anything to come out of it. And it's like, obviously, to evidently, again, it is likely that, okay, fine, the people who, the plaintiff, oh no, well, the prosecutors might actually win. That's the people suing. But the thing is, they're in Nigeria. That's it. It might just be that, they throw evidence away, because at the end of the day, you have to prove these things. They'll throw the evidence away, or Buhari just doesn't show up. So again, it just is what it is. We should not be surprised. It happens every single time. And yeah, take the judiciary, the whole system needs to be overhauled. Exactly as somebody said, it just needs to be broken and rebuilt again from scratch. If that's what is likely to happen. Put what you think in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.